Hi everybody, welcome to today's podcast. I'm Kerry, the Chatty encounter. What I like about our clients is their versatility. And with me today I've got Stuart Snowden. Hi Stuart.
Hi Kerry, thanks for having me.
Very welcome. Thank you very much for joining me today.
Absolutely no problem at all.
I want you to firstly introduce us to Grumpy Northern Foodie.
Excellent. So, Grumpy Northern Foodie. For those of you in the know, we do food content, food reviews online. For those of you who don't know, go check us out. Grumpy Northern Foodie, that's all our social media handles. I do content creation online, and I also have my own social media agency called GNF Socials.
When did you set up Grumpy Northern Foodie?
So, we sort of fell into Grumpy Northern Foodie. Through COVID, everybody was jumping on the social media bandwagon, so everybody's jumping on there because there was nothing else to do. What I decided to do, chuck a few videos on with the kids, messing around, doing some cooking. Nothing really happened, and all of a sudden you wake up one morning with 1,000 notifications on your phone and one of the videos has gone nuts. Now, at that point we thought, let's just keep giving it a go. The more and more we built, the more and more we did some quirky recipes, doing something a little bit different than what the kind of norm out there. People doing everything on boards that look amazing and stuff like that one. We don't do that. But the more we did of that, the more we grew. From that point, probably about 2 years ago, we decided to start the process of going to do it full time. We built a very good following. We built a big following online, and we actually got to the point where it was actually starting to make some money. So we decided, let's give this a go. And from then, we've never really looked back. I gave up my full-time job in March this year, and since then I've been busier than ever. And that's all starting our business in a bit of a nutshell there.
What would you say a day in the life of a content creator looks like?
Are you ready for this? Right, no. A day in the life, for me, it's not normal. I'm very much used to a Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 kind of flow. You know, your general what you do on a day-to-day would be you get up, you go to the office, etc. and stuff like that one. So for me, the day can flow very differently. I think we've got to be, and I say we, because obviously I include the royal we, but we've got to be very versatile in what we do. We have to be ready for new trends. We have to be ready for any new foods that are coming out there. We have to be ready for whatever may throw at the day, because things can change quite quickly through a day. So if I want a typical day, a lot of it is spent editing videos and recording videos. The other part of the day is spent researching what might be coming up, any new trends that we might be having, anything, and I'm pre-planning for the future. For example, I'm currently planning all of the kind of Christmas content that we're going to be doing. My cupboard is full of mince pies. Keep that out. We're doing a review on all supermarket mince pies, for example. So a day in the life can be really, really varied. It also takes over your life. You're not really, as a content creator, you don't really switch off. Everything has the ability to be the next thing. So for example, we could be out and about having a general family lunch. We did this last Sunday, took a picture of the Sunday roast, popped it online, boom, off it went. Lots of people commenting, lots of people asking questions on it, everything like that. So every day is a work day, but it also comes with a lot of flexibility. So we have a lot more time for family time. I can pick the kids up from school, pick the baby up from the childminder, whereas in the office I couldn't before. I can choose what to do that day, and I can, go for a run at lunchtime if I want to, and not have to worry about getting back for any certain times. So it does come with its ebbs and flows, really.
You've been very lucky that you could turn it into a business. What you was just describing then about the day in the life, those are skills that are required that just don't seem to come easily to some people. How have you managed to navigate that?
I don't.
You don't?
I'm still trying now. Bang my head against the wall and stuff like that. I think it just comes with a bit of planning and patience. For me, if I don't pre-plan my day, my week, where possible, and I know I've just said you've got to be ready to switch and change. We've got to be ready for those things. I think if you're not, it's content creator, if you're not ready to jump onto the next thing, you've got to plan to be able to jump.
Yeah.
I think it also comes from being very much me as a person. I can keep going, I can keep working, I keep running around doing what I need to do, and a real focus on enjoying what we do as well.
You mentioned there about the royal way. So who are they?
The royal we. So I've got my wife Claire, and we've got the 3 kids. Obviously the baby's 2 years old, so he's not as much involved in doing the stuff. But when I mentioned the royal we I think there's twofold to it really. The power behind what I do. I couldn't do what I do without the support of everybody around me, enjoying it, helping me film. I can't film myself. I've got to have somebody who's with the camera on the other side. So when we're doing a lot of our content creation, my wife Claire is heavily involved in helping out where possible. When I talk about the royal we for the future, how the business grows, for me, keeping it kind of within the family and within the brand of people you trust and how you can help a brand grow is really, really important. So, one day, hopefully Claire will join us on this journey, and, Grumpy Northern Foodie or GNF or the social media agency that we're looking at, GNF Socials, we can build that into something that's really sustainable for the future. Why I say that, content creators, people who do stuff online, there's a shelf life. In a year's time, I'm not sure if people care what I say now, but in a couple of years' time, nobody really will care what I say online. Why would they? Trends come and go, but we want to build something that's sustainable for the future.
You've made a business out of being a content creator.
Absolutely.
How have you found that? It's been a couple of years in the making.
It has indeed. It has indeed been a couple of years in the making. How have I found it? Absolute chaos is probably the best way to explain it. Starting your own business, I wouldn't wish it upon anybody to again, but actually, if you think about it, I would hope everybody could start their own business. It's fun, it's chaos, it's beautiful when it comes out in the end, it's great fun. We have started our own business based around what we do online. Anybody who follows content creators will know that you can earn off doing content creation when you reach a certain level. It is what it is. That's it's what they call the creator economy. There's a lot of money bouncing around there at the moment for it, but we decided to make a business of it and, hopefully set ourselves up for the future with some of the plans that we might have down the line as well.
What are the things that you enjoy doing what you do day to day?
So what is the most enjoyable part of my day? I believe that working for yourself gives you that versatility and the fun around choosing what you want to do on a day-to-day basis. So, no day is the same. I think anybody who is self-employed or does own their own business, no day is the same. Things can surprise you. Things can jump out at you. You can plan all you want, but ultimately, each day is interesting. It does beat doing that Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, office work, working for somebody else. It's like it's everybody's kind of dream. Well, maybe not everybody's dream, but it was my kind of dream to work for myself. So I make sure there's a good balance with family life. Is it busy working for yourself? I mean, not just doing content creation, but working for yourself. As you know, Kerry, yes, it is. Some days it's relentless. Some days it's 7-8 days a week if you could find the 8th day a week.
Tell me about it.
Exactly, yeah. I know, coming up to your year ends and stuff like that, well, I'm sure it's absolutely chaos. But the good part about it is when you do get that time back and when you do get to choose what you do and when you do it, you feel in control of your own life. You're not working 9 to 5 for somebody else. You're not working on somebody else's timescale. It's up to you. If you want your business to succeed, you can make it succeed yourself.
You started off by doing food reviews and you've just launched another side of the business called GNF Socials. Tell us a bit more about that.
So, yes, food reviews. Food reviews online, that's what we're known for and what we do. Honest food reviews as well. It's more kind of focused on being honest with people and, that gives that really good relatable experience for any viewer when they can actually agree with what you say. We're not one of them content creators that go around saying everything's absolutely amazing, because at times it just doesn't do anybody any good. We decided to take that and all the knowledge and the base that we've learned over the past few years and from previous roles that I've done, we've been able to integrate a lot of that. The whole idea is that GNF Socials is The whole idea is that GNF Socials is a social media agency for small businesses. You can find social media agencies anywhere. They, and there's no disrespect to them. They do want the big brands. They do want to, build up kind of medium to large size businesses, but they can cost a lot of money as well. We've really focused on being able to, the GNF Social spot is to be able to give small businesses that opportunity to have their voice heard online. Now, that might sound strange. You might think it's very easy just to pick up the phone and do the content creation, take a few pictures, pop it online. But unfortunately, social media, as we know from our own experience, has grown into its own kind of beast. Everybody talks about algorithms. Everybody talks about all the trends that go on. And do we get it right all the time? Me personally, for Grumpy Northern Foodie, no, we don't. But we learn as we go. picking up the phone for your business, popping it online, taking a photo, etc., and hoping it'll go viral, hoping it will, lead to more business or more sales coming in that one. It's changed. So the whole idea of it is being able to help support the businesses to grow and understand that change. We can also do people's social media for them if they wanted to. That is what we're about, and it is focused on small businesses, because for a small business owner, being able to separate your time to do what you need to do, which is what you're good at. You're good at accountancy. You're good at you're good at accountancy. We'll get onto that in a minute. But you're good at accountancy. You're good at focusing on the figures and the numbers and taking. KLB takes the heat off. The admin work of a minefield where I wouldn't even know where to look. But that's your focus. So when have you got time to kind of sit there and push out your business online? But social media is where people look now. Google is the Google. Sound like I'm 47 there. The Google, but Google is there. But and the difficulties with Google is if people are paying for advertising and people have got their website all SEO optimized, they're going to appear before yours. But when you go into social media, social media is a way for a business to showcase who they are with their own voice.
You've got to create it, haven't you?
Yeah, and you create. But people with small businesses create their own personality online, and they sort of have their kind of business persona out there. But when you pop it into social media, first of all, it looks locally, so anybody local in the area can see what you're doing, rather than giant accountancy firms that are based miles away from where you are that would charge a fortune for the work that you would do. For example, in your case, you can actually really hit home with local businesses and people who are just similar to yourself, who are looking for that support.
It was the big part of why I wanted to do the podcast, is to showcase accountancy services. How does KLB Financial Management help Grumpy Northern Foodie?
It doesn't. We don't work with you. No, we don't work with you. So we have got. I think if anybody who started their own business out there, or anybody who has tried to start their own business, etc., when it comes to accountancy, it's an absolute minefield. I do not envy what you do as a job. All the bits that I've come across just trying to even understand what's going on is just way over my head. And you know what? It does take a long time. The admin work that goes behind a business does take a long time. That's why every large business has an accountancy team or an accounts team. And I think what KLB has done is it's given me the freedom to essentially focus on what I know I do best and what I enjoy. Because let's be honest, I don't enjoy looking at the numbers and figures. I don't enjoy.
Do many people?
No, they don't. I don't think anybody does. You do, because you're clearly doing it. Yeah,
yes,
exactly. You get, when I see when I look at the end of year tax returns, I just I see a figure and I go, you go, I know what we're doing there. So we for anybody who's looking at kind of going through that minefield that's out there, having a good accountancy, having good people behind you and supporting you in all that capacity, accountancy, etc. And that's what really helps us thrive as a business.
I've been really happy in the time that we've been supporting Grumpy Northern Foodies, how much you've grown, and to see the passion that you've got. So for us to be able to help you in growing your business, that's what inspires me.
Great.
How does that work with you and like life? Because you seem to throw yourself into the business. How does that impact on the family and everything?
Whatever you do, whenever you own your own business, it will have some sort of impact on your family. Let's be honest, it does. You know yourself. Do, yeah. It's one of those kind of things where it just comes naturally with it. Don't get me wrong, you get to reap the rewards at the end, and working for yourself and working hard, it does come with its rewards. How does it impact the family? Well, we involve the family. We get the family involved in what we do. So particularly the content creation online, where we can, everybody's involved. I'm very lucky in the niche that I'm in. Is all about food, tasting food, trying food. We all love food in our house, and thankfully. We all love food in the house. Otherwise, they'd be a bit strange with what I do. But, and getting the family involved in it, what it does is it actually sets it up for the future, because when, you will want somebody who's supporting your business and working with you that understands what you do in your brand, and you can build a trust with them.
Yeah.
For me, you know, my wife supports me all the way through. She really, really does support me. She's the one who's really most times behind the camera and checking what we're doing and helping me find new trends, etc. So, you know, she's the driving force behind the Grumpy Northern Foodie part. The kids absolutely adore what we do. They love eating the food. They love coming out with us. They love it. Hey, the weirdest thing is when you're walking on the street and somebody waves at you or somebody shouts your name across like that one and you're going, I don't know you, but you know
That
me.
must be really strange to have people recognise you in the street.
Weird as anything. You know, you almost people like, but people do recognise you, but the kids love it when they see that. So
That's brilliant.
the kids see it and they're just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's like
My dad's a celebrity.
I wouldn't go as a celebrity. I hate that word. But yeah, I get what you mean. It's I think it is strange. Never if you go down that route, it's odd. It's really odd. But we enjoy it. And the kids enjoy kids enjoy that kind of atmosphere around it, and kids enjoy the fun that comes with that as well.
Being a business owner and having your own businesses is hard work. We've just detailed that. How do you get to switch off? Or when do you switch off when you're a content creator and you're constantly having to think about new content?
Well, you don't get to switch off, actually, to be fair. Everything you do could well be content that you put online. Go out for a meal, take a photo. Wherever you go, in a weird sense, we're always kind of in the stage now, whenever I go out or whenever we go anywhere and stuff like that one, we have to sit there and go, hang on a minute, people do know us and we are on show here. We have to, you know, not say put game face on, but you have to almost be ready for whatever comes at you. You know, it doesn't matter how grumpy I am, and I'm not grumpy, usually, but it doesn't matter how grumpy you are on the daytime. If you go out there and at any given point, there could be an opportunity to do some content creation or somebody might actually say hello to you in the street and you can't be, you can't switch off from that. You can switch off at home and, you know, it is relentless to work on that one. But, you know, to be fair, that's what I was kind of saying before. That's where, when you guys have come in to help, is taking away a little bit of that pressure that we got in the background and understanding what on earth's going on. That, you know, we worked together and we did focus on kind of a strategy on what to do through the year, how to make sure that the business is really efficient. Now, for anybody normal, that's going to take what? I mean, if you don't know anything about it, it's going to take up your whole time. You could be sat...
Just something that people avoid.
Yeah, well, don't think you can avoid it all the time. That one, yeah, somebody will be knocking at your door then. But I think having that kind of strategy and that workflow, if I was to do everything myself, trying to even understand it would just take up all the time. That's why you can get bogged down in paperwork, and it's not paperwork these days, is it really? But you get what I mean. You can get real bogged down in that flow, and I think... What you guys have done is when I'm able to just pop that email to you and go, am I doing this right? Yeah. And you go, absolutely, or what are you doing? Then I know where I stand, and then that's really helpful for me to know. Just even know day to day where the business is up to, and can we invest as well? You know, that's probably the biggest thing we always want to do is, can I use what money's there? Can I invest into something new? Can I not physically invest? I'm not talking millions here, but you know, can I purchase new camera equipment? Yeah. Do I know at this point whether can I or can I not? Have I spent too much? Have I done this? Is it worth the money to invest in that one? That's where it really helps.
Stuart, some quick questions. What's been your favourite piece of content?
That could be a difficult one because I've got a lot of stuff that I do enjoy. Now, depends how you want to measure it. For me, I love doing our garlic bread series. It is wacky. It's out there. Oh, they're really popular. I also don't like doing it as well, but we can always get to that later. But basically, I love doing the garlic bread series because it's great to watch it flow. Some of the creations we've done on it are terrible, but I think my favourite one, lasagna loaded garlic bread, where you grab a baguette, you cut it down the middle, and you shove basically all the ingredients for lasagna, pack it together, cover it in cheese, whack it in the oven. Eat it on a Friday night.
I'm going to say, I bet you it's delicious.
Oh yeah, no, it's ace. Honestly, you've got to try it. Really good.
And what's your worst piece of content? What your worst?
Now, to be fair, I found some of the stuff that I think is the worst content does really well. And not that I don't like it, I'm always happy for things to do well. I think if I look back, some of the stuff we used to do, messing around in the air fryer, was terrible. Honestly, I'm surprised I even got to where I was doing this kind of stuff like that one. Some of the weirdest things, just rolling sausage meat in a wrap and rolling it up and putting it in sending it as a sausage roll. Things like that I really think is my worst bit of content.
You have people writing in or making comments about what things to try.
Yeah.
What's been the wackiest?
Oh, we have tried to stick away from as many wacky things to try, but it's when somebody said to me, why don't you stuff a full English in the garlic bread? And we did. Beans, sausage, bacon, black pudding, cheese in a garlic bread. And do you know what?
Was it really nice?
It was fit.
Was
Honestly,
it?
It was really good. It was really good. Tasted great. Try it, honestly. Full English in a stuffed garlic baguette.
How do you feel when you go out to restaurants and you're doing some food reviews? Do you tell them in advance or?
I feel full.
Do you?
Eat too much.
I always wonder, you must put weight on because you're constantly eating, doing food reviews.
Yeah, it's one of those things I have to exercise. I have to do it daily, otherwise it will expand. I will expand. It's just a lot of the food that we do. We try and reuse a lot of the food that we do as well. So when we do food reviews, restaurants are a bit different, but when we do food reviews at home, you'll see some ready meals that we do. We try and make them into other meals the next day. So you can chuck anything with a bit of rice. But you can kind of go, right, well, we did a load of chicken once, some I think it was Aldi's Nando style chicken, a whole chicken, we shredded it down, chucked it in a pasta the next day, did a Nando's pasta. So we try not to waste anything. But you're right, that's how we try and keep the weight off, is just trying to not eat it all in one go.
Try not to eat it all.
Absolutely. And when we go to restaurants, though, we do, to be fair, when we do go to restaurants, we do walk, I wear this. So we do walk in, and if people know who we are, they do. If they don't, they don't. We don't make it known when we're going into places that we're going to do reviewing it, because otherwise it doesn't become natural.
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes they have walked into places and they've gone, I know exactly who you are, and you can just tell that it's been a bit better now. But you know what? So what? It actually, to me, means that they see a customer, they see somebody who is, not just necessarily doing a review, but they look after their customers and they look after their base. And that actually shows probably more integrity from them as well, that they've realised and recognised in a restaurant that, oh God, somebody here who we know, let's really look after them. And that's great.
So what do you feel has been your biggest achievement so far?
Do you know what? There's a couple, I do love a lot of the stuff that we've done. Biggest achievement for me so far was being able to essentially give up my previous job, working in an office so far as well. There could be more to come along, but that for me is a huge turn and a twist in life, to go, I can actually now go and concentrate on it physically, just remove myself from doing a Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. I used to enjoy my old job as well, and it was well paid. It was an office job. I used to work in procurement, but for me, giving that up was the biggest achievement so far. It just, in a weird sense, for me, in my head, I'm going, well, I've now opened I'm now technically a director of my own business. I've made it. That was one of my life goals, is to run my own business, and I'm doing it now. Yes,
you are. And where do you see Grumpy Northern Foodie in the next couple of years?
Now, anybody who knows content creators, they come and go. In 2 years' time, nobody will care about me online, what I'm doing. Whatever. That's fine with me as well. To be fair, getting off camera and doing all that stuff would be great in the end. Give me a bit of time back. Where do I see it going forward? As you said, I would love for our business to grow, for GNF Socials to grow, to actually give. We're not doing it for free, of course, but we can't be. I'm going to give it all for free. But what we want to do is we want to be able to give back some of the knowledge that we built and actually be able to sustain it for the future. So I've got something that is long lasting as well. For me, in the next couple of years, if the Royal Week can get to that stage where the business is flowing well and I don't have to be on camera all the time doing stuff, excellent. If I am still on camera and we're earning lots of money from it, even better. But I see us in the future working our way towards, retiring at 50, 55 maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But that's what I see for GNF. And whatever else comes with it, because, for me, I'm somebody, if the opportunity comes, knocks. I'd love to have my own range of sauces. I'd love to have sell my seasonings already anyway, but I'd love to have my own range of sauces.
I'm sure you will.
Food truck, mini restaurant, whatever comes the way. If the opportunity's there, we will take it. So, what's the old saying? The world's your oyster. But not oysters. I don't think many people like
not
oysters.
oysters. I'm not keen on
You're
oysters.
You're not a fan of the oysters. I don't mind them, but, I think it's a bit of a...
Stuart, just before we finish, I've got some really important questions to ask you.
Oh, no.
I call this Choose Your Champion.
Choose your champion on the Chatty Bean Counter Show. Choose your champion!
Ice cream or custard?
Ice cream.
Bacon butty. Do you want red sauce or brown sauce?
Brown sauce every time.
Kippers or tuna?
Kippers.
Haggis or black pudding?
Ah, come on. Haggis or black pudding. Black pudding. Sorry, haggis. I do love it.
Lasagna or steak pie?
Oh, steak pie.
And one that's coming up quite closely for you. Mince pies or Christmas pudding?
That is an awful question to somebody. I'm going to have to pick mince pies.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Choose your champion on the Chatty Bean Counter Show. Choose your champion!
Stuart, I've had such a great afternoon. Thank you very much for coming in.
Been an absolute pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you on the next episode of the Chatty Bean Counter.
Kerry, the Chatty Bean Counter. Kerry, the KLB founder. Kerry, no one can doubt her. Chatty Bean Counter. Kerry, the Chatty Bean Counter. Kerry, the KLB founder. Kerry, no one can doubt her. Chatty Bean Counter. The Chatty Bean